Hey everybody, this is Tambiota coming at you with another Transformers video review. This time I have Transformers Go Kenzan, one of the three characters from the Japanese exclusive Samurai team. And looking at the box, we can see Kenzan in his robot mode along with one of his two swords and his samurai headdress kind of thing. And if we turn to the side, we can see pictures of him transforming from his police car mode to his vehicle mode, along with some technical data. And on the back we see him in both his robot and his police vehicle mode, kind of showing off that he does have electronics, lights, and sound. And then a picture of him in his combined mode as the top portion. And then on the bottom we have pictures of the two other samurai team members and them along with the combined mode and some advertisement for the cartoon. And on the back we have Kenzan with the other two team members and him in his combined mode with the other two combined mode versions. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy open and check him out. Alright, and here we have Kenzan out of the box and in his vehicle mode. And as we can see, it's a police car. Go ahead and get a nice 360-degree view of him. He does have lights and sounds, and the battery pack for those lights and sounds is this blue piece right here. So this is why it looks kind of strange right here. This is the battery pack for the lights and sounds and all that stuff. If you look here on the back, you can see this is the panel that you have to unscrew to get the batteries in. It takes 3 AAA batteries that aren't included, so if you get this, you're going to have to pick those up separately. But if you kind of look in here, you can see inside each one of these holes, it tells you which way to put the battery. Negative out, positive out. And then there is a on-off switch right here, and it's conveniently in English off, on. So go ahead and switch that on. And while he's in his police car mode, if you press this Autobot symbol right here, he will do lights and sirens. And to turn that off, you can just hit that Autobot button again, and that'll turn that right off. Inside his packaging, he also comes with his, I think by listening to the sounds that this make, these headdresses are called kabutos, something like that. But to transform this into kind of one of his weapons, you're going to take it's a double hinge. There's a hinge right here, and there's a hinge right here. And you're going to take this hinge that's closest to the front part right here and bend it up all the way. And mine's kind of stiff right here. It was really, really scary the first time I did it. But you just kind of add some pressure to it. Just kind of push it until it locks. And then take these shoulder pads, fold them up, and there is a tab and a hole. And go ahead and tab those together, and it makes kind of a laser gun for him. And the way that the instructions show, it just pegs from here to here. First time I did it, it kind of split the plastic apart right here. It seems like these holes are too small for these little pieces right here. So I think that's supposed to be the right way. You know, that looks right on the instructions. So it just seems like there may be a little bit of a design flaw with these posts and these holes being kind of not really the right size. And then also you can take his swords that he comes with, and they do peg on the underside of his car. There's some tabs right here. You just go ahead and place those in these holes right here on the other side of the sword. Just kind of tab those in like that. And kind of makes an exhaust pipe. Yeah, so all that together, it's supposed to be like his vehicle attack mode or whatever. In the box, he also comes with his little collector cards that are on the cardboard stuff. It's really thin. There he is in his robot mode, his vehicle mode, and his combiner mode. Also comes with his instructions. He also comes with a added kind of bonus instruction sheet. I don't know what it's warning about, but saying something about make sure this is tabbed in. That's all I know. That's all I can tell from the picture, and something about his combined mode. I think it has to do with putting these headdresses on. I know that if this isn't locked in, it doesn't make the noise for the combined thing or whatever. Like if it's not pushed in, or if it's not pushed in all the way, if you push it in and it comes unpopped, it'll actually cut off the like what he's saying and the sound effects and stuff. And then he also comes with his his little fold out advertisement with a poster on the back, like all the like the other three do. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and transform this guy. Pull off his weapons and set them off to the side. And for his transformation, we'll go ahead and start at the hood, and let's go ahead and split that apart, and let's do that like that. And what I'm going to do is come down here to this front bumper. This blue part splits apart and swings out, so you do that, and then you're going to fold these legs out like this, and then at this top portion, rotate that forward, and rotate that forward there, and then alright, so that's going to extend out like that, and then we'll go to the back, and there's some panels on the side. These panels are going to flip out and hide that little hole right there. And then what we do is take this windshield, flip it around, and we'll do that on both sides. And then take this portion right here and flip this down like so. And when we're doing that, we want to go ahead and take this portion right here that's on this blue hinge and flip that around. So, and that's going to tab into there. So tab that into there. I'll try to show that a little bit better here. So we're going to flip that down, flip this back part around, and then tab it into there. And that's going to make his feet. Alright, and for the rest of the transformation, we'll go ahead and pop this back a little bit at where the sirens are. So pop that back like that, and then we can take the arms and fold those down, and take this backpack and we'll put it right here. We're not going to connect it just yet because it makes sounds when you connect it into here. There's a little peg or a little button in here that whenever you peg this together, it makes some transformation sounds. So with the arm, rotate those like that, and then bend the elbows, bend the shoulders down and the elbows out. So elbows out, shoulders down, rotate that around. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then twist the arm. Then the head, the easiest way to pop that head up is just to grab this this gray connector right here and just push it up, and that'll pop that head up. And then on the back of his head, he has like a little ponytail that you can pull up. And then on the underside, if you pull this part down right here, he has a little crotch piece that you want to slide out like that. It kind of fills in this little portion in between his legs, just because all these guys have these weird legs because their legs have to turn into arms and stuff like that for the combined modes. So, and then we'll go ahead and tab this in like I showed you, or like I told you earlier, and when that tabs in, you get the transformation sound effects. And with the transformation complete, when you press this Autobot logo right here on his chest, he has some phrases that he says. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't understand Japanese, but I'll go ahead and press these for you so you can hear them. I think he just has 3. Yeah, just 3. It's 3 phrases that he says, and then if you just keep pressing them, it just repeats those. It just repeats those phrases. So with his swords, you can place those in his hands like that, and you can also take this piece and this part right here, it can tab into his hand to make kind of like a gun. So yeah, his arms are floppy and stuff, so it's kind of, it droops down because that piece is real heavy. So, but if you don't want to hold that as a gun and you want to store all these weapons, what you can do is for the swords, you have this peg right here again, and those can peg into this portion right here on his backpack. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pull these off, but you can, so where the sword's pegged in, if you take and these little notches right here, if you peg those into those little tabs where you peg in the swords at for storage, he can have that kind of as a barrel backpack. But it doesn't look like it conveniently will store on his back. See, like if you accidentally pull it up and push it back down, it's going to make that transform sound. So let me go ahead and turn that off so it's not doing that. You can just kind of stick it right there to kind of make it a backpack, but then you get a super big backpack. Is there any way that you can? Yeah, it's just a shame. As for articulation, he has a shoulder joint to rotate up and down, then a joint right here at the shoulder, another joint at the shoulder to rotate his arm out. Then he has a ball joint at the elbow. No wrist articulation. Then he has all kinds of crazy joints and stuff here in the legs. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be his hip joint right here, so that you can get outwards motion, or range of motion. And then he doesn't really have a forward hip joint. I guess if you turn it and do some stuff, then you can get a forward hip joint. He does have a knee joint. Maybe that's his forward hip joint. I don't know. It's all crazy. He has a knee joint right here. And then if you untab this, maybe you can get some range of motion out of it. Not really. Not very good motion, but yeah, it's a little lacking kind of in there, but you can, move those joints around with the leg parts and stuff to get some extra range of motion if you wanted to do some poses and stuff. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this review of Transformers Go Kenzan. I will have a review for each robot, and then I'll be doing a 4th review with all 3 combined sequences. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and this has been Tambiota, and I'll see you next time.